I think we've always come here and said embrace India. It's a great place to come and play cricket. The fans here are so passionate about the game. We love coming and playing here. It's a great challenge. It's so foreign in terms of the conditions to what we get back home. So you have to be really focused and switched on. It's a series that we're all looking forward to and can't wait to get started. My first test back, I think after I'd played 2 as a bowler and 3 as an all-rounder.
I've probably always been more of a batsman than I was a bowler. It's a bit different now to come in as a number 5 specialist batter, and that's something I've worked on the last couple of years really hard about, just tightening my technique up and becoming more balanced and getting big runs. So I'm excited about coming out in this test being as a batter, and hopefully I'll be able to get a few out in the middle as well.
So for me it was my opportunity to get myself back into the team. I'd worked really hard in the, year or so prior to that to just focus on my batting after I let my bowling go. And
yeah, I think I've improved a lot the last 12 to 18 months. I've changed a couple of things in my technique that have made me a bit more stable at the crease, more balanced and more selective as well. So I feel as though I'm tightening my technique up quite a bit, and I feel as if I've been playing spin really well on this trip in the nets and previously as well. So I'm looking forward to getting out there and having a crack in the middle, and hopefully I'll be successful.
Didn't play the first 2 tests, but spent hours and hours in the nets with Diva and plenty of spin bowlers, and just tried to find a way to play. I always thought I could play reasonably well against spin, but then adapting to what the conditions were here was really important. Playing spin here is so different to back home where it probably doesn't spin a great deal. Just remember that first game back, and I think I got off the mark maybe even with a 6 off Pragya and Oja from memory, and got into my innings and got 92, threw away another 100 there, but it was great to just be back in the team. I felt quite comfortable in that game. The wicket was pretty flat that game. I didn't do heaps in that first inning, so it was probably one of those games where I've just said you got to get really big totals, and I don't think we did that on that tour at all, to be honest. So yeah, but it was good fun to be back then.
I've obviously had a lot of time in the nets the first 2 tests, so for me it was about just finding a way to first of all survive and then score runs. It's for me it's about having fast feet, trying to get down the wicket and taking advantage of the fields that they've set when I first come in as well. So for me, yeah, it's fast feet forward and back, and watching the ball as hard as I can, and trying to play with the spin as much as possible too. Yeah, the boys have been in Dubai for a little while now, preparing on some good wickets and challenging themselves and finding game plans that can hopefully be successful here in India. So, we've prepared very well, and it's great to now be here in India and ready to go.
Yeah, I think I played really well that series, led from the front.
I obviously rode my luck throughout the innings and had a few lives, but you need a bit of luck on a wicket like that, and I was pleased with myself to score a second innings 100 here in India and formulate some different sort of plans than how I normally play, and sort of problem solve on the spot. So from that aspect I'm pleased with myself, and it was great that we were able to get such a big lead and give our bowlers plenty to bowl at.
Yeah, it's a series that just got away from us. I think we actually could have won that series, so from that point of view it was disappointing.
We've fought very hard throughout this series, and to fall over at the final hurdle, it hurts, and the boys in the room are hurting. We've played a good style of cricket over here. We've competed in every test match that we've played in, and for that I'm really proud of the boys. We've certainly had our opportunities to win the games of cricket, and we haven't taken those opportunities, and against a quality opposition like India, they'll get back in the game and make you pay. So from that aspect, it's disappointing that we haven't been able to take advantage when we've been in front. But having said that, I'm really proud of the boys for the way we've competed throughout this series.
Again, it was nice to know that the game plans I implemented individually worked, and I was able to score 300s.
I'm sort of proud of my performances in this series. I set myself very high standards, and I wanted to lead from the front with my performances in this series.
So yeah, I'll take a lot out of that. I've got a few of the same bowlers we're going to come up against again, so yeah, fingers crossed I can do something similar here.